Yo, 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 yo. All right. So, this is another storytime video. This is directly from my book. So this might be a little different. Well, I'm not fucked up. So, there's that. But I don't know if you hear this. Like these are just I ripped these pages out of my actual notebook that I wrote in prison. Just like rip the whole fucking story out. So I could just do this. So yeah, we're gonna get right into this. But before we get into this shit, gotta do my Discord thing, dude, because it's the future of the internet. So if you don't know what Discord is like I said, it's the future. And if you don't know what Discord is and you're just stumbling on this video somehow because, you got off PewDiePie's videos and all these Fortnite videos and you're like, man, I need to grow up and get some pussy. But all these women are telling me I should be a feminist. Is Hillary Clinton cool? Hey, I'm going to go fucking... I don't know, dude. Wear a cock cage and let Jamal fuck my bitch. Listen, it's time to grow up. Get your little cock out of a cock cage. We're taking over the fucking world again. This is what we're doing. You got to get Discord, dude. It's the only way we're going to do it. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. You tired of wearing that cock cage? You tired of flicking that cock cage while Jamal's pounding out your chick and you're jerking off to black.com? Well, that's how you do it. You get on fucking discord.com. Links down in the description. All right, so... there should be a picture on this video of a big fat chick kissing me on the cheek. That's what this story's about. It's called The Orc Slayer. We're just gonna get right into it. But dude, all right, here's the problem though. Okay, like this is straight off the pages. Like normally I have it all on my phone and I could get through it real quick. Like it's separating little paragraphs and shit. Like, I can really get through this. This is actual paper. So bear with me. So we're going to start right here. The Orc Slayer. Oh, shit. Let me turn the air conditioner off. Hold on. I mean, I should have probably done that earlier, but... Oh, fucking this chair is all squeaky and shit. Hold on, man. Don't hang up. Or don't click out of here. Hold on. Let me get a better fucking chair. I'm coming back. I swear to God. Take off my jingle jangles. All right, we're back, bro. All right. Oh yeah, and we're teaming back up with Scumbags. We're gonna do a limited run on that blow lines fuck dime shit, and then we're gonna come out with a bunch of new shit, Discord related, whatever. I don't know. All right, so here we go. The Orc Slayer. So I'm sure people still play it now, but World of Warcraft was like everything about 5-6 years ago. I mean, I wrote this 2 years ago, so this was like, so now it's probably fucking 8-10 years ago, whatever. I don't know if the math's right, but everyone was playing that fucking game. I had this friend Teddy that I grew up with. That's all he did was play World of Warcraft day and night. He had a kid too and a girlfriend he lived with. Teddy's just one of those dudes who give like stoners a bad rep. Lazy as fuck, high all the time, no motivation, but he would lay hands at the drop of a hat. This dude fucking I got jumped a couple times and Teddy'd be like just standing there. I'd be like, Teddy, hit him, and Teddy'd be like, all right, boom. So we've been in some wars, but really he was like my child. I took care of him. I took him everywhere. I paid for him to do shit, took him on trips, paid for his food. He was basically my kid. I could have claimed him on my taxes. He looked and acted like a Mexican, Joey Pesci from Goodfellas or Casino. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that or whatever. All he did was play World of Warcraft and got so into it, he would play on these role-playing servers where he would dress up in armor he made in his kitchen out of like cardboard and would have a mic set up and would talk in this like weird, horrendous, fake English accent thing to all his other buddies he met in the game who were also doing the same shit, wearing armor they made out of cardboard. He took as far as, he took it really far. Like he would type that way, like, hello, it's me, Harry Potter, like shit like that. Anyways, so I don't know. I can't even read my fucking own handwriting. So his girlfriend hated him for always playing this fucking game and would always be yelling at him about it. I mean, obviously, dude. And he had, what does that say? And he had okay. So at the time, he had a 1 year old little boy, like just 1 years old. This kid's first year of life was just sitting on dad's lap while he played World of Warcraft. That's all he did. Like I'd come over and Teddy'd be in a raid or whatever, and fighting off the Goblin King, and his kid would just be on his lap, chilling, watching World of Warcraft. I mean, I guess it's not that bad, but it just seems a little weird. I guess that's all you can do with them, when they're that age, but still seems kind of weird. So eventually, Teddy's girlfriend left her for another dude, and she moves in with them. The whole thing, like she left him and then moved in with the dude. She met him at work or something, and his heart was broken after this happened. And I can't, let my boy be sad. And he always wanted to chill. Like after she left, he's like one of those dudes, like those people that get girlfriends and then they just ghost you. They never talk to you until they break up with the person, and then they want to be your best friend again. So he always wanted to chill and shit, and I was like, I just told him he's got to get rid of that fucking game. He told me he couldn't. It's not that easy. It was, wait, what did I say? There was never more to it than that. So I'd go and chill with him and smoke and drink, and he would cry and punch shit. Dude, he was in front of we got fucking super drunk, dude, and he had like a mental breakdown in front of my garage, and he started punching the garage and crying. I'd like never seen this dude cry in my life. And he's like full on like, oh, she fucking bro, and punching my garage. I'm not gonna stop him, but fuck, dude. So anyway, so after a few days of doing this, I got him super fucked up, like couldn't walk fucked up, and he told me what really happened and why his girlfriend left him. Apparently, he was in a new guild as an orc in the game. This is all in the game, so this doesn't get confusing. So he was an orc in a fucking guild or some shit in the game, and he met another orc or goblin in the game who was this bitch from Chicago, and he basically started dating her in the game and kind of fell in love with her. And Teddy's original chick that's not a goblin or plays the fucking game found out, and they had this huge fight over his new goblin girlfriend, and that's why she took off. Apparently she had been banging this other dude the whole time on the side, so she just moved in with him as soon as possible and left Teddy with the apartment. Obviously, I'm like a little weirded out because my friend's fucking some goblin or whatever on the internet. I had to ask her if she was hot. Obviously, like, well, was this bitch worth it? Like, what the fuck? Like, what does this bitch online ruining marriages in World of Warcraft as a goblin look like? He's like, yeah, she looks like Paris Hilton. I'm thinking, damn, all right. You got a picture? He gets his phone out and shows me, and she's blonde, sort of chubby face girl. She's all right, but for sure not Paris Hilton. Dude's tripping. I start flipping through the pictures, and they're all selfies and just of the face. So she's obviously a SIF, secret internet fatty, whatever. Got the angles, whatever. The bitches that are legit fine, really, they rarely take selfies, dude, like that are super fine. They put up group pictures of them at clubs because they're always on point. Like real hot girls, they don't need to take super selfies. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously to a certain point, but if it's all selfies, like, yeah. So fat or insecure bitches, do tons of selfies and post all the time. They control how they look and they comments, and they need the comments to feel good about themselves and all that shit. I've been doing this a while and spot what this bitch is doing immediately. Boom, this chick's fat. I ask him, she didn't send you any body pics? Like, what the fuck? He's like, nah, not yet. I'm like, yo, dude, she's hella fat. And and gave him the whole like secret internet fatty rundown. He wouldn't believe me though. I hate to see my friends bummed out, so I told him I'd fly her down for the weekend, and you guys can stay with me because Teddy lived at his mom's. This is after because he ended up losing the apartment, and I'd give them some money to do shit. Obviously, he was down, of course, and he ran to the computer and they started to talk in the game or whatever. So he told me he was going to fly her out and how he's single now, and she was all stoked. I could hear the whole thing. Like, I'm in the fucking house and he's talking to her on the mic. Um, and she did have a mad cute voice, like hi Teddy, like Mouse from fucking the Discord. Um, so she had a mad cute voice. So the weekend gets here and she lands. Like she flew in. I got her the ticket, the whole 9 yards. I had a lot of money back then, so it really wasn't nothing to me. I had already been drinking that day, so I had an Uber pick her up and then drop her off. And I honestly, it wasn't. It was just in the back of my mind. Like I'm not. This is not something I plan to do. Like I don't even give a fuck. Like okay, I flew this chicken for my buddy. Go do your thing. That was it. Like you gotta understand. Like this wasn't a main event for me. I'm like, oh, let's go look at the girl Teddy's fucking from the internet. Like I already thought it was super weird and fucking creepy. Um, so you got just so you know my point of view. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta get this chicken Uber. I forgot about that. Like that was my whole mindset when this was going down. So yeah, I had the Uber pick her up, and Teddy's like running around putting on his best clothes and trying to look his best. I had people over and we were barbecuing, and I was all fucked up and not paying attention to the whole situation. So Teddy is like, she texts me and says she's here. Should we go help her? I'm like, we? Nah, but you can. He burns off and is gone for like 20 minutes or so, and I don't even think much about it. And then he comes outside through the sliding glass door, and she's behind him. Holy fuck, dude. She had to be like 400 plus pounds. Like one of those people who you see on TLC who live in their chair and eat all day, like that big. Obviously, I'm super nice and I introduced myself and she started drinking with us. I always had a blowout, like on the table and shit. So I asked her if she wanted a bump. She says, "Oh, I've never done coke before." And I told her, "Well, if you want a bump or whatever, it's there." See, Teddy was strictly a beer drinker and a weed smoker. He never would do blow with me, ever. I'd beg and beg. He'd never give in. Pussy changes everything. Anyway, we chill and people come over and we get fucked up and have a good night. I forgot Teddy's chick's name, so I'll call her the Goblin because of her World of Warcraft character. And she did look a little goblinish. This bitch was killing shots though and drinking beer and dancing like crazy. I mean, dude, she's big. She drink a fucking well dry. Um, yeah, so anyways, she sweat a lot. I don't know, fat people thing, I guess. She's chatting me up all night though and kind of flirting with me. I don't really play with her too much though. Like, when she asked me a question, I'd redirect it to Teddy. Poor guy just needed some pussy. It went like this for a few hours. She starts asking me about blow and trying to get Teddy to do some. We were sitting at the table bar in the backyard with a tray of blow. Just chilling. Looked real classy. I mean, I had a good little setup, dude. I don't know if I feel bad if you didn't come to one of my parties. But anyways, something you'd see at a dinner party. I don't know. I'm like, come on, Teddy, do a fucking bump, bro. Everyone is doing it, yeah. And he's like, nah. So I rack this fat ass line and I snort it and pour a shot and shoot that fucker back like a straight beast. So Goblin is like, I want to try a little bit. I had a little spoon on my necklace for bumps. I scoop a little and I tell her how to do it, and she hits that shit like she's been doing it her whole life. She's like, "Oh, it burns!" And holy fuck, 2 minutes later, this bitch wouldn't shut the fuck up. But eventually, she gets Teddy to take his first bump. So she's all fucked up, and Teddy's finally high on real drugs, and we're chilling. And the Goblin tells me she is a massage therapist. Obviously, I tell her she has to give me a massage by the end of the night so I can sleep. Like, yeah, I want to be able to sleep good. And Teddy is like, yeah, get me too. Now, this is all just friendly stuff. There is no trying to, like, me to fuck this bitch. She's way too fat, and it's my boy's chick. But she's a fat massage therapist. All I'm thinking about is the wicked hand jobs she must give. The night starts to end, and I ask her if she's down to massage my back. She's like, yeah, let me get my stuff out of my bag. I guess she thought, I don't know, she brought like oils and stupid shit like that. She tells me to go lay on the bed. She will be there in a minute. I get ready for her, take off my shirt and lay on the bed, try not to fall asleep. She comes in and is like, "Are you ready?" Teddy's downstairs still drinking. So she puts this oil on my back and it's all warm. God damn, it felt good. Not gonna lie, I kind of got a boner. You. So you blow some air on me and I'll get fucking rocked up. So it's not really saying much. She put all 400 pounds to work and got every knot and every little pain. It was like being massaged by a Greek god. Well, she was massaging a Greek god, but really it was some fat bitch my friend met from the internet on a game that she plays as a goblin. And being such a good friend, I flew her out so my friend could smash. Yeah, that was basically the whole thing. She did breathe really hard, and I could feel her turkey neck on my back when she got too close. Because you know how, like, fat people, they get that extra chin or whatever? So when she leans forward, all the fat from her neck goes to her turkey chin, and that's what would rub up against me. And I don't know, I guess she just wasn't going to have good cardio or something. I don't know. So I could hear her breathe really loud. I also thought she was putting more oil on me, but I think it was her sweat. I can't believe I wrote that. So while she's into my massage, she leans down to my ear and asks me if she wants to finish me off. I didn't want to let her, but honestly, I flew her out here, so really she owes me. And Teddy can't really be mad at me. Plus, I was blowed the fuck out of my mind. So if she wants to suck on my little wet noodle dick, that's whatever. When you want to fuck, but too fucked up to get hard, so you try to fuck anyway with it, that's not working. So you grab the base of it and it kind of gets hard. So you get excited and start smacking it with. You start smacking it, but then it gets hard again. That's what I had going on. But there was something about that fat mouth of hers that made me as hard as a fucking rock, all blooded up. I don't know if it's because of the fat, chubby cheeks made it warmer for my wiener in her mouth or what, but goddamn bitch was trying to suck my soul out of my cocker. Sorry, yeah. I don't know, dude. I get carried away. But anyways, everyone thinks fat bitches suck the best dick because they're always hungry or whatever. But that's not true. Some do, some don't. But being that this was my first 400 pounder, I say try and get those to suck you off more than those lame 200, 300 pound skinny bitches. All right. So obviously, hot. All right, obviously I nut, basically, right? I thought I said hot. So obviously I nut, and I told her she better not say shit, but I'm down for another massage tomorrow. So yeah, we high five, and I'm pretty sure she did the same thing to Teddy, but I passed out. So the next day she had one more full day, and then she was flying home the next night. I let Teddy take my car and go do shit with her. I slept most of the day, but that was like all I did. I hibernated, did drugs, hibernated. Um, but here's the thing with these dorks. They take that role playing shit serious. Like obviously you guys heard of like Comic Con and all that other faggot shit. No offense. But actually, yeah, offense. He had texted me at like 4 or 5 p.m. that they were at his house chilling. I guess they were like playing the game or whatever bullshit. They get back to my house around 8 or 9 at night, and I'm a little hungover and don't really want to drink or anything, but she really wants to. I gave Teddy some money to go get us some drinks. I was just going to go hide upstairs while they drink. I get really sore and achy after a long night, like an old man. So I just wanted to chill. Teddy gets back from the store and tells me his friend Jeremy is coming over or coming by to drop off some bud. I guess she wants to smoke too. I guess she wants to just get wild again. And no matter how shitty I feel, I'm still kind of down for the goblin blowjob again. A few minutes go by, and that dude Jeremy is already at my house rolling a blunt. So I decide to smoke with them, but then I'm going to, go back to my cave and hibernate. Get a little high, whatever. I had a system in my living room with an aux cord, so you could plug whatever you want into it or use the Apple TV or whatever. So she throws on her music, trying to turn up and wanting to take shots. Uh, so I retreat to my fucking chamber. I'm on my way. I'm not even really dressed, but she's like, "Come on, party with us. It's my last night." And she's like dancing. I remember walking upstairs and going, "Yeah, I'll be back down," obviously lying. So I take off upstairs and go and fuck around on the internet for a couple of hours. I could hear them laughing, like, just getting louder and louder, but I'm just way too high to get down there. I'm a bit of pussy when I'm high. I can't function in public or around people. I just want to be left alone. A couple hours go by of me just chilling, and my door opens, and it's the goblin. She is all in her whiny voice. Come hang out with me. I'll give you a massage later. I'm like, fuck, all right, let me get dressed. This is where it gets weird as fuck. Jeremy, the dude who brought the bud, had set up a computer in my kitchen, and Teddy is playing World of Warcraft and smoking a blunt. Teddy also had his armor or whatever he wears to play the game on the couch, just chilling like he was going to wear it, or I don't know, or was wearing it. I don't know. I look at Teddy and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Where did all this shit come from? And why is your magic armor here? He just looks at me all high. He's like, yeah, Jeremy wanted to chill. That cool? I was just too high to argue and was just like, whatever, I guess. They're talking in depth, I go down there to chill and shit, and they're like talking in depth about World of Warcraft and all this shit. I obviously make fun of them. Goblin is drunk and dancing like one of those funny YouTube videos fat people make. Like it's like a Beyonce thing, and they're like dancing and shit. I looked over at the stupid ass armor my retarded friend wears and was, kind of laughing to myself. Then I started to get ideas. I asked Teddy if he fucked her yet. He's like, yeah, last night. Shit was cool. I asked him, would you fuck her in your armor? He just, laughs and is like, you're crazy. I don't know. I already knew dude is too much of a pussy to ask her. And all I'm thinking about is content for the site. Because this is anyone up shit. I don't know if you guys remember any of this shit. This is how long ago this was. This is like 2011. I knew I could get her to do anything I wanted. So because she's obviously, I'm a dick, dude. She's a big girl. So I started to flirt with her and dance with her. And at one point, I got out a half a gram of blow I had left over, and we did a bump or three. And once I got her a little more fucked up, I start to try and make my plan happen. I ask her if she's into role play stuff like Teddy, and she wears armor too. She's like, yeah, if I play the human race, but I play as a goblin race right now, so no. I was like, have you ever fucked anyone in character or wearing your costume or whatever? She's all, no, but that would be so hot. So in my mind, I'm rubbing my hands together all evil like some Birdman shit, and I take a break from my interrogation of her or whatever, but I let the thoughts and, everything kind of resonate in her head, like what I was saying, like some fucking KGB type shit, CIA, fucking FBI operative. She was probably thinking or getting, what does it say? Or getting, what? Oh, yeah. So she's probably like thinking about in her mind about getting banged out by a bunch of orc dicks or whatever. Well, I had another drink, while I went and got another drink. So I walked back over to her, and she is standing with Teddy and Jeremy watching the computer screen. I'm like, hey, you guys want to smoke? Or, well, like basically talking to her. So she comes outside with me, and we light a smoke, and I'm like, yo, you should let Teddy fuck you in his armor. It's like your last night, and he would love you forever. She laughs and is like, I don't know, maybe. I'm like, look, I'll bump you to first class ticket if you let him do it. She immediately is like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. So I tell her to tell Teddy what you want to do, but leave, but leave is to the catch. I don't know what the fuck that says. Oh, yeah. No. This is what it says. I tell her to go tell Teddy, like, what you want to do, but here's the catch. Here's the chat. This is where I get fucking good, dude. This is why I'm fucking badass. Like, look at all these motherfuckers want to steal my game and shit. Yo, I'm fucking Nike. They're FUBU. That's why that shit doesn't work. You see all these little fucking dorks, right? But this is the real shit. This is that real motherfucking gangster internet shit. This is what they don't have. That's why they call me Big Dick Daddy, or at least that's what I call myself. I'm gonna go fuck. This is why. All right. So check it out. I tell her, listen, bitch. No, I didn't say that. I said, we get to paint you green, and I get to take pictures. See, she didn't know who I was or what Is Anyone Up was. So it was perfect. And back then it was like the internet isn't what the internet is now, all fucking gay and shit. It was like 10 p.m. at night. So she's like, okay, but where will you get the paint? And why do you want to paint me green? I'm all, so it completes the fantasy. She just chuckles. fat people chuckle, but little or skinny people, they giggle. You ever notice that? Anyways, so, well, thank God. Fucking thank God I have a quick stop right down the street. I told her to tell Teddy the plan and I'll go get the paint. I was honestly so stoked. Like, it was fucking Christmas for me. So they didn't hear, so they didn't have like spray paint or whatever or house paint, but I needed a lot because, she was the size of like an electric car or something. Probably weighed more too. all they had was this kid's paint, but the fucking wait, what does it say? But god damn it! But the so they all they had was this fucking kid's paint, but the only color they had was a ton of green. I think. So I had bought a lot of it, $40 worth or some shit. I got some little sponge sticks to help apply it. I think it was green, dude. It was something like that, or we had to mix it to become green. I have all these, dude. I write like a fucking retard. So the fact that I'm even able to transcribe this is fucking amazing. I mean, like looking at this and looking at fucking some Egyptian hieroglyphs, you could probably translate that before you translate this shit. All right. So wait, where was I? So, anyways, I get the paint or something, and these little sponge stick. It's like a stick with a little sponge at the end. It's like a triangular. So 20 minutes later, I get back. Whatever. Teddy's all confused, and I'm not really stoked, but anymore. But Jeremy's on the couch, and I'm like. Anyways, yeah, so I get back, I'm like, yo, you motherfuckers down or what? Like, let's fucking do this. And then fucking Teddy's like, man, fucking Hunter, ha ha ha, blah, 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 blah. Like, just running his mouth. So it's summer at this time. So I'm like, well, let's paint her outside so I don't get it all over the house. And you're down to fuck outside, right? Okay, this is what I'm missing. There's a part in this that I can't fucking read because I just told you. So what happened was I get back, I have the fucking sponges and the paint, and then while I was gone, I had her tell Teddy what was going on. And then I get back and I'm like, yo, you down? Like, what's up? And he's like, like real shy about it and shit. And so I was like, listen, here, we got the paint. Let's go paint her outside. Grab your fucking armor, and then you guys can fuck outside. And she's fucking into it. Her fucking fat pussy's all juicy and wet, And, Teddy, he's a little shy little Mexican dude, He just did his cocaine for the first time in his life. Like he doesn't got a lot of life experience. He lives on the computer. Not to say I live on the fucking computer too, but yo, Jesus Christ. So anyways, he doesn't really want to do this shit. It's like, bro, I've seen your dick. I've seen your little ass. Like, I'm not going to jerk off to you, but let's do this shit. Let's make a fucking video. And that was my whole plan, was to make this video of him in his armor fucking this orc. That's why I wanted to paint her green. So hence the name Orc Slayer. But everyone, if you guys watch my streams, he went by the name the White Orc and all that stuff. And we used to do the freestyle stream together, whatever. So check it out. So yeah, I'm like, yo, let's go outside and we'll go and paint her or whatever. I have a dope backyard with couches and a bar and a fireplace. So it's not like I'm asking them to go coal mining or something, She just like chuckles all drunkenly and walks out to this patch of lawn that I have and gets naked, and we get the paint ready, and Teddy and Jeremy were like arguing over if it's orc green or goblin green that we got. I'm just kind of sitting there like getting it ready, like who gives a fuck, dude? Like, but apparently orcs are big, mean, and strong. Goblins are like cave dwellers that make shit and are small. And she was not really sounding like a goblin, by the convo I was overhearing. This bitch couldn't fit in a cave, let alone live in one. By the time we got the paint ready, I was coming down, so, we had to take shots, and Jeremy didn't smoke. Oh, I forgot to mention, Jeremy was a 32-year-old virgin until a few months before this. I got him a $60 Mexican hooker with some horrendous titties to fuck him. After he smashed her, I asked him, yo, how was it? And he just said, it was cool. All monotone, confusing. He probably likes guys, whatever. So anyway, we re-up and start painting her. we had enough to paint her top half. She had a belly that took most of it, and it hung over her pussy, so we didn't know if she was wearing underwear or not. It was, I was too busy dying laughing to even really paint her, evenly. We finish up and we look at her, and she's just a big green fat chick. Not really what I had in mind. What happened after this was Teddy getting his armor on and started to get his dick sucked while I took pictures and Jeremy went to play Warcraft. I ended up breaking a wait, oh, I ended up breaking a branch off the tree so he could use it as a sword. The pictures are still somewhere. They're on my Tumblr. I hope I can put them in the book. They wouldn't let me. She ended up sucking me off while Teddy fucked her, and I never laughed so hard in my life. The next day, I dropped her off at the airport, hungover, and never upgraded her to first class. My bad. I did have green kids paint everywhere, so I don't know. I guess that makes us even. The next day, I posted the pictures with a story called "The Orc Slayer" about how me and Teddy conquered and slayed the mighty orc. He was he was then known online as the Orc Slayer. The only bad thing is that Teddy, who refused to do coke with me for years and did finally that first night with the goblin, is now a huge meth head, and I haven't spoke to him in years. My bad. All right, guys, thank you so much for sitting through this wonderful tale of the adventure of Goblina, the Goblin Queen. No, I'm just kidding. Download Discord, you fucking faggots.